What if I told you the operating system running inside your car right now was made by BlackBerry? Not the phone. That's gone. I'm talking about QNX, the real-time operating system, embedded in over 235 million vehicles worldwide. Boeing jets, hospital ventilators, nuclear plant controls, the software backbone of the physical world. And as artificial intelligence moves out of the cloud and into cars, factories, and robots, BlackBerry might be sitting on one of the most undervalued positions in all of tech. Today, we're breaking down the full story. The stock since June 2020, the bottlenecks, and the triggers that could send BlackBerry on a very different trajectory in 2026 and beyond. Let's start with the transformation. In 2016, BlackBerry made a decision that most investors missed. They stopped making phones entirely and went all in on software and security. Three platforms now define the company. QNX, the real-time operating system, safety certified for the most critical environments on Earth. Ivy, a joint venture with Amazon Web Services, a cloud-connected vehicle intelligence platform that reads real-time data from every sensor in a car. An SECU suite, government-grade, encrypted communications, used by NATO, used by defense agencies globally. This is not a phone company. This is a software infrastructure company, and most of the market still hasn't caught up to that. Here's the concept you need to understand: physical AI. For the past 5 years, the AI revolution has been mostly digital. Large language models, image generators, data analytics, running in data centers, touching screens and keyboards. But the next wave of AI is physical. Autonomous vehicles making split-second decisions at 100 kilometers per hour. Surgical robots performing procedures with sub-millimeter precision. Factory automation systems coordinating hundreds of machines simultaneously. Here's the critical difference. Physical AI cannot afford a crash. It cannot afford a 2-second lag. It cannot be rebooted when something goes wrong. You need a foundation layer that is deterministic, certified, real-time, unhackable. That foundation layer, in most of the world's critical systems, is QNX. Let's talk about QNX specifically, because this is the moat. QNX holds ISO 26262 ESGLD certification, the highest functional safety standard for automotive systems. Getting that certification takes years and hundreds of millions of dollars. No startup is replicating this quickly. Every major automaker uses QNX. BMW, Mercedes, General Motors, Ford, Toyota, Volkswagen. And critically, NVIDIA's Drive platform uses QNX as its safety hypervisor. So when NVIDIA goes into a vehicle, BlackBerry goes with it. Over 235 million vehicles, medical devices in over 50 countries, industrial control systems in aerospace, defense, and energy. The recurring royalty model means every new vehicle sold with QNX generates revenue for years. This is a compounding, sticky, safety-certified annuity. Now, let's look at the stock since June 2020. BlackBerry started at under $5. Then came January 2021. The meme stock wave hit. Reddit, Wall Street bets, retail momentum. The stock rocketed to nearly $28 in a matter of days. And then, as meme pumps always do, it collapsed. By mid-2021, it was back below 10. By 2023, it had fallen to under $4. But here is what's happening now, and pay attention to this. BlackBerry has just broken through $6, a major technical resistance level that held for years. The stock is now at $9. The next major resistance is $20, and beyond that, $28, the 6-year high from the meme pump. Breaking 6 was the signal. The question now is whether the fundamentals finally catch up to the technicals. Let's stack BlackBerry against the AI stocks that ran. NVIDIA, up 2,300% from the same June 2020 starting point, $8.77 to over $211. The undisputed king of the AI wave. Palantir, up 1,500%. Data analytics and AI. Government contracts. from $950 to $156. Qualcomm, up 259%. Chips in everything, including vehicles. Now here's the interesting contrast. C3.ai, the company literally named AI, down 88% from its IPO price. Mobileye, the autonomous driving pure play, down 64% from its IPO. The market is not rewarding AI branding, it is rewarding AI execution. And BlackBerry's QNX executes in 235 million vehicles every single day. Now, for the question that changes the conversation entirely. What if BlackBerry does what NVIDIA did? NVIDIA started June 2020 at $8.77. The same month, BlackBerry was at $4.92. NVIDIA went up 2,300%, from $877 to over $211. If BlackBerry, from its June 2020 base of $492, achieved the same multiple, that's a price target of over $118. From today's price of $9, that represents a potential 13-fold move. Now, is that the base case? Absolutely not. NVIDIA had the GPU monopoly on AI training. BlackBerry does not have that kind of advantage. But it illustrates the gap between where BlackBerry is today and where it could go if physical AI becomes the dominant narrative of the next decade, and QNX becomes the recognized foundation layer of that world. Let's be honest about the challenges, because they are real. Revenue stagnation. BlackBerry sold Silence, its AI cybersecurity unit, to Arctic Wolf in 2024 for $160 million. That removed a significant revenue line. QNX royalties are real, but they grow slowly as automotive design cycles are long. Design win lag. When BlackBerry wins a design, say a new BMW platform, it takes 5 to 7 years before that vehicle is in production, and royalties start flowing. The revenue you see today reflects design wins from years ago. Competition. Android Automotive, Ubuntu Core, and Linux-based alternatives are fighting for market share. They are cheaper. They're more flexible. They don't have the same safety certifications, but they're catching up. Investor patience. This is a long-duration story. The market is not always willing to wait 5 years for design win revenue. Now, the triggers. What could actually send this stock higher? The technical setup first. $6, broken. That resistance held for years. The next levels are $20, then $28. The 6-year high from 2021. If fundamentals match the technicals, those levels get tested. Autonomous vehicle inflection. If full self-driving crosses a commercial threshold in 2026, QNX royalties scale dramatically. Every new AV platform locks in BlackBerry revenue for the life of that vehicle model. NVIDIA partnership deepening. NVIDIA's Drive, Orin, and Thor platforms use QNX as their safety hypervisor. If NVIDIA keeps winning automotive contracts, BlackBerry wins by association. IVY commercial momentum. The AWS BlackBerry Vehicle Data Platform. Major OEM deployments at scale could revalue the entire company overnight. Acquisition. BlackBerry's QNX and government security clearances make a logical target. Microsoft, Amazon, NVIDIA, Qualcomm. Any of them could justify the purchase at current prices. Defense and government AI spending. Physical AI in military systems, critical infrastructure. BlackBerry's clearances and government relationships position it uniquely for this wave. Here is the honest bull case. BlackBerry is not a bet on AI hype. It is a bet on AI infrastructure, the quiet, certified, embedded layer that the physical world runs on. While everyone was buying NVIDIA for the cloud, BlackBerry was already inside your car. The question is whether 2026 is the year the market finally prices that in. Are you watching BlackBerry? Do you think QNX becomes the story of the decade? Or does Linux take the market? Drop your take in the comments. And if you found this breakdown valuable, hit subscribe. More deep dives like this are coming. Important disclaimer. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, or a recommendation to buy or sell any security. All data and analysis presented are based on publicly available information as of June 2026 and may not be accurate or complete. Investing in individual stocks involves significant risk, including the possible loss of your entire investment. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Always conduct your own research and consult a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Summit Stock Analytics is not a registered investment advisor